Alright, so today we caught this 27-metre bream just in the Pumpstone Passage. So today I'm going to show you how to cook it and clean it. Alright, so what you do is you get your scaler. If you don't have a scaler, just use a knife, that does just as well. So pin back the tail and scrape off all the scales. Now this part can get a bit messy, so make sure you don't do it inside. Mozzie. And make sure you get all the scales along here, along the fin, because sometimes you miss them and you don't really like scales in your fish. Doesn't taste too good. If you want, you can flip it around to make sure you get all these scales right up under this fin. So now I'll just wash it. Right, so now I'm going to show you how to fillet it. So what you do is you pull this fin up, this one here, and make an incision down here, back around the head. So then what you do is you put your knife at an angle and just start, you can feel the backbone and start cutting the fillet off the backbone. Until you get to the tail, and you just poke your knife through and cut down. So now you've got the start of a nice bream fillet. So then, if you can come around, Mr. Cameraman, and you lift it up with your thumb and you run the knife down the backbone. You can hear it coming off the backbone. Then you can poke through again and come down. Okay, now, so when you get about to here, you can just there's a couple of bones, you just need to sort of force your way through them. They're the pin bones. So once you've broken through them, we're just about done. And as you can see here, there's the guts, and there's one nice bream fillet. And what you want to do is you can see these bones here, you just want to cut them out like so. Sometimes it can get a bit difficult. Our knife hasn't been sharpened in a while, which is a bit silly, but it's alright. Now you need to be also careful here not to cut yourself. Okay, so here's the fillet. You've taken these guts out. They make great crab bait. So now you have a lovely bream fillet ready to eat. Skin's fine if you crisp it up. So, one done. Alright, so now we're going to make a beer batter for the fish we just caught before. Right, so what you're going to need is some plain flour, some salt and pepper, and a little bit of beer. You can do it with water if you want, but the alcohol cooks out. So what you want to do first is get some flour into a bowl. Should be enough for the moment, you can always add more. Some salt and pepper, just to season it. And you want a good bit of both. slowly add quite a small amount of beer at a time, stirring as you mix it through. Now you can use a whisk, but a fork does just as well. Okay, so you need a bit more. Should do. And whisk this till you get all the lumps out. Just break up the lumps with the back of your fork. And you want it quite thick. You don't want it really thin, otherwise it just doesn't coat the fish very well. I think I might need a little bit more flour. Should do. Alright, this is starting to come together. Just need to whisk all the lumps out. See how it's still lumpy? Right, that should be good. Now while you're doing this, you should have a pan heating up with some oil. Just vegetable oil. And enough to just lightly fry your fish in. Now what we can do is add our potatoes. We've got some potatoes cut up for our fish and chips. Just like diced. Because you should always let your beer batter cool. So we'll add them in. And let them cook for a bit. Get your tongs and move them around every now and then. Now if you put the chips in while the oil is still cold or room temperature, it means they'll go really crispy. If you don't do this, they can be raw in the middle when you finish cooking them, or when they look like they're done. Because at the fish and chip shop they pre-boil the potatoes, but when they're just like this, nice and thin, put them in the oil cold. Okay, we'll get back to you when these start to bubble and cook the fish, and to test if the oil was hot enough, just get your fork, dust a bit off, and it fries, like it sizzles. So what we're going to do now is put our fish in the beer batter. Now you don't even need to coat them with flour, it's fine how they are. It's just in the beer batter on one side, on the other side. Then drain a bit off, you don't want too much excess. And always when you're cooking with oil, lay the oil away from yourself so you don't get oil on you. Right, so we'll do the same with the other fillet. Batter on one side, batter on the other side. Right guys, and something I forgot to tell you, make sure you always go the skin side down if you keep the skin on. Now, it can get a bit messy, so push this fillet down to make sure it doesn't like arc up. Just hold it down until it keeps that shape. Okay, should be good now. Now, we'll be back in a couple of minutes and they'll be ready to turn. Just about done. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our chips, which you didn't see us cook, chuck them in the leftover beer batter, and stir them around. Now this may not look very nice, but trust me, it turns out pretty well. Now using the same paper towel we used to drain off the chips, we'll put the fish in there because you don't want too much oil. It's going to taste good. Now I'm going to put these chips in the batter one at a time, otherwise they stick together, which isn't great. Now this is a bit of a timely process, but trust me, it's worth it. And the last one. Alright, now we'll grab our fish, get our stuff out of the way, add our homemade chips, salt and pepper, and a bit of sauce. Alright guys, we're gonna eat this in a second and tell you how it tastes.
Bitch, I wanna party like